Hey guys, how's it going? Rubik's Master here for my second video on Sunday, which is kind of weird, but this one's going to be super short, kind of like the last one. But really, I just want to say two things. One is thank you guys so much for 500 subs. I know I started off this year saying by the end I wanted to be at 1,000 subs. I still think we can do that, but honestly, I just haven't been dedicated enough to really make that a reality. But the fact that we're at 500, really awesome, and I really appreciate it. But the other thing I wanted to point out, so that this wasn't just a video of me saying that, is I was looking through my units, because I was looking at the Ontos, thinking about building it, looking at its stats, trying to come up with, it's basically the only unit I have unlocked that I haven't done a unit review on, so I kind of need to do that. But then I noticed, I was looking at it, and just something seemed off. So a little while ago, when I did a video and mentioned something about the update that there wasn't a patch notes for, I pointed out that the sniper had moved position from the end of the unit spectrum to kind of the middle. It kind of correlates to where your base needs to be in order to build it, and also I believe that Kixeye is trying to like hint at its usefulness, like, oh, you're probably only really going to be able to use this during this certain level spectrum, like, whatever that is, that'd be like level 30s and 40s, like, oh, you'll only really be able to use snipers in your 30s. After that, you should probably have Zeus's. But then looking at light vehicles, this is so weird. Everything's, okay, so you look at PKs and PK IFVs next to each other. Humvee and Humvee IFV next to each other. Get down here, and they separated them. It goes Striker, Ontos, Striker IFV. Why? That doesn't really make any sense. Well, actually, I guess it kind of does. Those of you who don't have these units, if you're a lower level, tell me, do you have to have a higher level requirement for your war factory to be able to build a striker than you do an Ontos or a striker IFV? I messed that up. Do you have to have a higher level to build a striker IFV than an Ontos or a regular striker? Pardon my slip of the tongue. But if you look at the building cost, even that doesn't really line up because the striker costs 450,000 to build one. The Ontos costs 300,000, so that costs less, because initially I thought maybe it was because it costs so much more to build. But it does cost 1.4 million to build, so it is ridiculously expensive. And really, I don't believe people in the 40s level range would really be able to efficiently make enough strikers to staff a platoon. So maybe they're planning on patching the striker, making it more of a high tier unit. It is the last unit of its kind towards the end of the level spectrum. Previously it was, I mean, it's always been that way, but after the striker you just have the Ontos, the BMP, and the Whirlwind. In your light vehicles, you no longer have any sustained DPS, machine gun firing type vehicles. The Striker IFV is really it. So maybe they're planning on making it more useful towards the end of the level spectrum. Like I said, you really don't have anything. When you look at the end of the level spectrum for heavy vehicles, which they have added a metric butt ton of stuff to, you generally just have a bunch of tanks. You have the M3 Bradley and the S1 Panzer, which are kind of unique, but other than that, you just have a bunch of tanks. Anyway, just wanted to point that out. Thought it was really weird. If you guys have any thoughts on why they did that, or if somehow along the way they said why they did it, it's just so weird. I don't know, it's just weird to look at now. Anyway, thanks again for the 500 subscribers, and I'm looking forward to 500 more as the year goes along. And until next time, y'all have an awesome day.